Alright, so we're going to start printing this one. We'll try it at 250 millimeters a second. I have a feeling that's probably going to be too fast for this. Let's see what the acceleration's set to. I think 4,000 is probably too high. It's not even the original value. Alright, so I hate this little thing. It's like, it says NE-TAC. Anyway, it's upside down for my computer, right side up for those. We'll come in here. We've preheated it. I deleted everything off of here because I was so tired of finding everything. It names everything EN4 Pro, which is annoying. Let's see. And I need to use this PLA Pro stuff up. So I'm going to use that. The one thing I do not like about this printer is it decides it's going to print here, which is actually off of the printer. It does its first little line right here. I don't understand why it does that. I don't understand how to make it stop doing that, other than like some kind of instructions in the G code. I was successful to get it to print here for a second, and then I had to redo everything, and I don't remember how I did it. But it wasn't normal. It didn't really do the test line normal. It's got dog hair or something. Hopefully this thing will print without having to fiddle with it. You know, I just realized this doesn't have sensorless homing. And I was trying to think if the SV07 does or not either. So let's see, it should have been like fully warmed up. And it wants to go to 230, which I think is a little bit high. I didn't really look at the slicing software. We'll just leave it alone and see how it turns out. Some of this older filament that came from Dave, it works a lot better if you print it hotter. This is old and all crappy and stuff. It's really hard to see it when it first starts printing. Like, I can't even tell if it's working or not. It's amazing how much better a printer like this is than some of the previous printers have passed. And like, just how smooth it can be when it works right. But it doesn't always work right, just like all of them. This one's a little bit easier than some of them to see the first layer because they put a little notch over there. We'll see if it works or not though. Because once it hits the next layer, that's going to do some crazy crap. And then try and print all crazy fast. Because the first layer is always really slow. So usually when I have problems with this, it's once it starts. So, also, I've found with this thing to limit where I print in the print bed, just because even though it's supposed to do all this stuff, if I try and use the entire print bed, I start to have consistency problems. So I just stick to right here. Most things they're going to print aren't going to be using the entire bed anyway. Well, see if it does it or not. I found that, you know, between printing PLA and PETG, there's quite a bit of difference in the technique. As far as like dealing with curling and, you know, print issues, temperature issues. Like I'm going to print this with the door open on it. With PETG, I don't even have the fan enabled usually. There's also a certain speed, it seems like, where it's a limiting factor, because based on how long it takes the stuff to dry or harden or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm going to print a whole bunch of different cases and stuff like that. I'm sure I'll have some print failures that I'm going to start working on doing some stuff with the printing again. I'll catch you guys later.